Hi, this is Paulo from Drum Bass Academy, and in this video I'm gonna be showing you how to create the main bass from a track Out of Time by Monrroe. So this is the original. And this is our recreation. If we put it together. And also I'm gonna show you how to make the other basses that go on top of it. Like that. But before we get started, only 50% of the people who watch our videos are actually subscribed. So if you end up liking one of our videos and you find it useful, consider subscribing. It's free and it helps us build more free content for you. Also, I recommend you to join our Discord. The link is in the description below, and we have an awesome community all about drum bass production. So now, let's get started. Okay, so the first patch we're gonna be creating is the Reese bass, but first we gotta take a look at the piano roll. So here are the notes. This track is on E, so the main progression is 1, 5, 3, 1. So now going back into Serum, this is how it sounds like with a normal saw wave. And the first thing we need to do is to add some unison into this oscillator. Tune it a bit more. And then we're gonna head into the effects. We're gonna load up some distortion. We're gonna boost a lot. And then we're gonna add a multiband compressor. Add some gain. And then we're gonna load a low pass filter. We're gonna load MG Low 24. So we're gonna bring the cutoff to around 100. Like this. But we're gonna be automating it with an LFO. So let's map an LFO into the cutoff. And then let's make it slower, like 2 bars. And let's start making some shapes. You can even make it slower, like 8 bars, and shape it specifically as you want it. So now let's play this patch with the track being high passed. Cool, so now we need to build the other basses, which sounds like this. So what we need to do is to duplicate the patch that we just created, this one, and then get into the Serum patch, increase the unison, and remove all of the effects. Just like that. And then we're gonna be working on the same MIDI pattern. But now let's start adding some effects. The first one being a saturator. We're gonna boost the drive 13 decibels, but bring the output down 13 decibels too, just to gain stage it correctly. We're gonna set it on medium curve, so we get a more aggressive sound. And next we're gonna load pedal. And then we're gonna increase the bass, add some gain, boost the mids, and bring down the treble. And finally, experiment with the modes. I'm gonna leave it at distort. And next we're gonna add an auto filter to filter all of this distortion. So we're gonna leave it at a low pass with 24 decibel slope, and we're gonna automate the frequency of this. So we wanna make some specific curves. You can experiment a lot with this. For example, you can make the first curve slower, and then the second one quicker. And so this is a shape that I ended up using. And as I said, it's all about experimenting with different shapes and rhythms that you want. And the next effect we need to add is some overdrive. We're gonna bring the dynamics low and boost the drive. There you go. And next we can experiment with the filter. If you're not in Ableton, any plugin that allows you to do some multiband distortion will do the trick. For example, FabFilter Saturn or Trash 2. Next, we're gonna add some chorus. And then we're gonna EQ all of this. I'm gonna boost low mids and filter out the highs. But then we're gonna bring them back with an OTT. Just like that. Add some gain. And we're gonna finish all of this with some parallel reverb. So for that, I'm gonna load a reverb, set it to 100%. And then Ctrl G to group it, create a different chain, rename this one the wet signal, the other one the dry signal, and remove the reverb from the dry one. So we have a dry signal, and then a fully reverb signal. And then just mix both of them together. And now we can listen to all of this in the context of a track. Now throughout the track, there are many different movements applied into the second bass. Now I'm going to show you the most meaningful parameters so you can get tons of different sounds out of the second patch. Now one of the easiest things is to use the octaves. Now if we listen in the track, that can be a different fill. And you can experiment with this. Also, you can try and change the waveform, for example, to a square wave. Let's go back into a saw wave. And you can also go into the filter and use different shapes. For example, we can go back into this automation and create different movements. For example, something like this. Or we can add an LFO into the filter. Go back into the octave. And we can just select which parts of the track do we want to have that fill. So those are just a few things that you can change into the sound to get different movements. I encourage you to experiment with this and even go back into your tracks that have this type of bass and experiment with the different bass fills that you can create using these techniques. So that's gonna be it for the sound and also for the video. If you found it useful, make sure you get subscribed to the channel, hit the notification bell to not miss any of our future videos. If you want to join our Discord, the link is in the description below. Also, if we reach 500 likes in this video, we're gonna be giving away project files and the serum patches from this video. So if you want that, leave a like and help us reach that goal. Leave a comment letting us know what sound would you like to see in the channel. Thank you so much for watching, hope you have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.